Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Abigail, the ultimate guru, and with me, as always, is my co host, the world's only comedian, Bryden Proctor.
Hello.
You don't have to worry about a thing, guys, because we are here to help you with all of life's problems and answer all of your burning questions, no matter what the topic. You know, if you want to send me Dear Abbeys, you can go to Twitter, X now, at OctoAbbey with an I. You can also send me Dear Dr. Proctors.
Yeah, and
That
for
would
all
be
your
fun.
if you
Medical questions.
for if you're like, hey, I have a burning question. Wow, what are the last three names of these ladies and where'd you meet them? Because don't tell any of them. Just go. It's antibiotics. Just get the antibiotics. You're fine. It's gonorrhea. You're all right.
It's great advice.
It
See,
is.
everyone? Don't you want expert advice from us?
I've never had an STD.
So that
Abby,
makes you
on the
more
other
or
hand,
less qualified. I have not once.
pregnancy is a sexually transmitted disease.
That's you're making good points. So I've had 3.
I've never.
You're making good points.
I have never pooped a kid out of my vagina before.
But there's no cure. Not really.
Well, there's one. It's highly controversial. There was a big court case about it.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing.
We don't talk about that.
I mean, it's like if you had to, the Republicans in Alabama, they think that killing the gonorrhea virus is not good. That's what I heard on MSNBC.
So we're talking about. I wouldn't be surprised if we got there.
That would rule.
Honestly,
That'd be funny.
I mean, we shouldn't talk about politics on here, but I will say the thing that makes me the most mad about people is when they like just somehow become the villains, like the cartoonish villains that the other side thinks they are. Like, when that lady miscarried.
She should go to jail
because the hospital turned her away multiple times while she was miscarrying, and then she got arrested for abuse of a corpse.
That's good.
And which is exactly what the left said that the Republicans were going to do, is like arrest people for miscarrying.
They should.
And have doctors turn people away because they're scared of potentially being accused of like contributing to the death of a baby, right? So that happens. And what did everyone I follow on Twitter is included in this. What did all pro-life people do? They said, "Yeah, we should kill her. We should burn her at the stake."
I think that
was wild.
No, I think that's true. Maybe, because like obviously the sin in her body killed that child. So maybe she should just be a better person. How about
maybe
that?
She should just die.
What do you think of that, Christians?
All right, everyone, we're going to get right into our Dear Abby segment today. I know everybody loves this so much. Reminder, you can send me Dear Abbeys anytime you want on Twitter or in our Discord, which you can find a link to in the show description below. First is, what made the red man red?
It's fucking stupid.
There's an answer to this question.
It sounds like a racist question. It's fucking stupid.
We have to go back 1,000,000 years to the very first Injun prince. He kissed a maid.
Wait, what?
And started to blush, and we've all been blushing since.
Okay, that's definitely blushing is.
He kissed a girl.
No, and he liked it. I liked it. Good, good. But no, so it was racist. It was racist, and
Yeah,
everybody knows.
a little bit.
Everybody knows that if they stopped drinking on their body repair shops on the reservation, they would be white like everybody else.
See, they are blushing. Look, are you calling Disney racist?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I don't think we need to put up like warning signs before you watch Dumbo or anything like that. But yeah, it's pretty racist.
I like the song in Pocahontas. Just like savages. Like,
oh, I don't remember that one. It is plenty racist.
Do they even bleed? Like, yes,
Whoa.
they bleed.
Well, but they were the
Isn't that how that went?
Yeah, I don't think so, but I haven't watched that in a very, very long time. I don't have kids. But I mean, wasn't like the white man was kind of the dickhead in that when he showed up? And
And then there was the one blonde guy who was like, "I
John
want
Smith.
to marry this Indian woman, and I am the white savior or whatever."
Yeah. But when they were like savages or whatever, I don't remember that song. They were the fucking dickheads. because it was
They
like,
were.
yeah. So
That's the thing that makes me so mad because people will do this with all
context.
kinds of kids' cartoons. Yeah, like there's lots of moms, tons of like right wing Christian homeschool moms who will not let their children watch Frozen because they think that Elsa's song, when she's spiraling out of control, and it is giving an example of why she is like this is the conflict that needs to be resolved, like this is how she's behaving that is bad, let it go, is self-absorbed.
Huh.
Like, yeah, that's when she was turning into a villain and hurting people. Like, yes, she's the bad guy at that point.
What?
That's how this works. Have you heard of plot? Have you heard of like there being moral lessons in a story? You can't teach a moral lesson if nobody does anything wrong. You know what I mean? Like,
I've never watched all the way through of Frozen. The only time I knew about Frozen, I was late 20s or whatever, I think, when it came out. I was over there
mhm.
with a buddy of mine who had like a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old or something, and they were two little girls, and they loved it. So the only thing I know about Frozen is two little girls running around dressed as princesses, screaming, "Let it go, let it go," and then bringing me teacups, and then I sat with them, and then I guess that's nice. So I know what it's like to be a mom. Is that's what it is you just
Yeah.
tea party. I mean, which is fun. I will tell you. Look, little kid tea party is fun. All right, they're just bringing you stuff. You don't really have to talk to them that much. You're talking to their parents. They come over. You pretend to drink stuff. You actually drink rum or whatever you're doing. Then they'll, it's not that hard to be a mom. I don't think because of that.
Uh, I mean, the problem is, okay, imagine this. Imagine if while you were doing your job, okay, just you're sitting in your office, you're sending emails, right? You're doing your email job, okay?
Sure,
And
important job.
there are there are small people and they're climbing on you like a jungle gym and like kneeing you in the balls and the stomach and like accidentally headbutting you in the nose and like putting their fingers on your glasses,
Okay, but
and
all of this, everything you're saying,
also they just want to hug you and kiss you a lot, and so you're just being like touched all the time. And then also, okay, there's another one and they're screaming because there's none of their favorite color fruit snack in the fruit snack package
every
that
look,
they got, and
ev-
also there's poop on the ceiling
everything
and
you're
on the
saying,
fan plates.
everything you're fucking saying, everything you're saying
Yeah.
sounds like real life for me every day. And you know what those little
Is that
kids
what your
are?
life is like?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is because everybody. It's just these are just haters. They're trying to put poop on my
Haters.
fan blades. They're trying to fucking take my
There's
gushers out of it. They're trying to screw me up. This is what haters do to
yeah.
me every day. You would know because you don't have
Every
haters because you're
no.
not an artist like me. You're
I
not
don't have haters. I don't have haters.
not like
Who
me.
are you? Who is Niles? Who is every single person except for Koshka in our Discord, who are half of my Twitter mutuals,
They're not
if they're
hate.
not
They're
haters?
not haters. Those are just people that like notice patterns and dislike bad behavior that you have.
Right.
I
Okay,
this is
so you
this
don't
for
have
me.
any bad behavior.
No, I don't. I'm a genius.
Yeah.
I'm an artist, and these are just people clawing at me. They're trying to. I'm already out of the bucket. I'm king crab, dude. They're trying to get at my legs, all my
Okay.
mini legs. They're trying to get at them.
Okay.
My claws are already out.
Yeah, but it's not
I'm back
physical,
in the
you know?
sea.
And also
I'm back in the
imagine
sea.
imagine if you had to ask permission to shower, basically. Because that's essentially what you're doing when you're saying, "Hey honey, can you watch the kids cuz I haven't showered in 2 days?" You're asking permission to shower.
Wouldn't happen. Couldn't be me. Sorry about your life.
That's what I'm saying. Is that
Couldn't
it's
be
not you.
me. King crab over here. I'm the king crab. I'm the
Yeah,
biggest lobster there
you know
is.
what? I will boil you alive.
Yeah, right. You can't even get in the shower. You know nothing of hot water.
I know nothing about. Oh my goodness. So my husband caught a bunch of crabs one time,
Cool.
and he's like, "I
And
want
then
to cook
wait, what was
these,
it?
but I
Wait,
don't
what
know
was her name?
how."
What was her name?
Oh no, that's not. I didn't mean that kind. They were much larger than that kind. They were the
Gross.
big kind.
Chuck Stop ones.
Huge, like the size of a small dog. Okay, like.
It's a big
But
bush.
anyway, he's like, we're gonna have a crab boil, but like I don't know how. So I had to look it up, and it's like you have to boil them alive because as
You don't
soon
have
as
to
a
do that.
crab dies, they start developing the toxic bacteria and stuff, right? And you can't kill that off with the cooking, so you have to cook them like right away, right?
Right.
So you have to put them to sleep in the ice so that they stop moving and don't climb out of the pot, and then you boil them alive. And I had
Or
to boil crabs alive.
like how many crabs did you have?
5?
Okay, then you should be able to do this. What you do is you take a pair of scissors, really strong, like kitchen scissors, and you cut their face off and throw them right into the goddamn pot.
Oh my god, that's worse.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, but I
Why would
mean,
you cut their face off?
so that they don't boil alive.
How is that? Okay, yeah, but if you put them in the ice first, they're asleep.
So then they
And
just wake up on fire.
no, I don't. I think it's supposed to be humane. They're not. They're supposed to be dead
Oh,
before they wake up.
is the murdering humane? Okay, Israel.
I was so
What the fuck?
upset. How is cutting their face off with kitchen scissors not killing them?
It
What are
is
you
killing
talking
him.
about?
It is killing him. It just kills him instantly. It goes through the brain.
I don't think I can do it.
Well,
I can't cut their face off.
you got to cut. I mean, it's crazy. You got to just cut their face right off.
I think I'd rather boil them alive and let them scream.
Yeah, that's on you. I mean, okay, Hitler. That's whatever you want to do.
Maybe I was imagining the screams. I don't know.
Oh, they were screaming. Yeah, they were not thrilled. They were sound asleep, and then they woke up on fire next to all their friends.
Yeah.
So good work.
They were delicious, though.
I'll bet. Then, what, did you eat the face?
No,
Nah. So it wasn't even like you needed the face in there.
I don't think I needed the face in there, but
Yeah. You just cut their face off. That's how you do it in restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how you sleep at night.
I don't sleep well. We've talked about it on the show. I literally wake up. I was having a very pleasant dream, literally in this dream, okay? Everyone was being like super nice to me and I was really happy. And there was like Gerard Way was there and he was like, "Hi, how's it going? I like your hair." Like
Wow.
that kind of thing, okay? And then I wake up, still woke up in a panic. As if I was having a nightmare. A great, happy dream, feeling good, still wake up with an anxiety attack, shot up in bed with an anxiety attack. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me?
What crabs?
Is it the
I
crabs?
think you might have crabs.
All right, let's move on with our dear Abbies. Someone in the Discord is saying that I should be more assertive and not let you bully me. I just want to point that out.
Okay, and Kasha can unsubscribe from the goddamn Patreon anytime she wants and fuck right off out of the Discord anytime she wants as well.
That's
So-
the other problem. I don't think she is subscribed to the Patreon.
Oh no, she is. She said so.
Oh, she is.
Maybe she's
'Cause
not.
she
I don't know. She
said-
said she was.
Dear Abby, how do I successfully manipulate my boyfriend to get me a podcast subscription? Just asking him is generally the best, easiest option to get what I want, but it's not fun at all.
Yeah, she would rather her boyfriend pay $1 instead of her pay $1. I mean, this is like how she's shitty. She's a crappy person.
She's not a crappy person. She's a good person and a wonderful person who wants to give me money.
Not
Can
really.
you stop
No, she
burping?
wants-
No. You got a mute button
Yeah.
and you're still burping into the mic
Oh,
on
yeah.
purpose. He's
I leaned into it.
leaning into it
Yeah.
to do that. What
Yeah.
is the point of the muting?
The muting's
For your
the
vaping.
For the vaping. For the
Yeah,
listener.
which do you think is less pleasant to hear?
The vaping. Obviously,
Your
that's
burps
why
are
I'm doing it. That's why I'm
disgusting.
doing it this way.
Those burps sounded like the kind where you're like, am I going to throw up? I don't know.
I might throw up.
Yeah, please don't.
I could throw up at any moment. That's part of the. It's part of the
That's
fun.
part of the charm of
Yeah.
the show.
Could just throw up at any moment.
My advice to you is to tie him up or
The fuck?
threaten him with an iron. Okay, so like get it hot like a clothes iron, and tell him that he's gonna subscribe to the Patreon. I think.
My advice is just to like have $1 to spare every month. That's not a lot.
Could do that. Dear Abby, my boyfriend's cat had 3 kittens. He says that we should take one.
Ugh.
I say we should take all 3 and not separate them. Can you help me with this? I have an idea to adopt all three and just continuously gaslight my boyfriend into thinking it's the same cat.
That's a pretty
Would
good
that
bet.
work?
It would not work because you'd be like, okay, we got to take these 2 cats to the vet because they're shitting for 4. This is a problem.
But
Uh,
also, like, different cats in the same litter look different. Like, they had different color spots and
yeah,
stuff. So you're like, so this one is black with white paws, and this one is orange. This is
yeah.
the same cat.
You'd be like, no, yeah,
You could dye them all black, like with hair dye.
yeah. Let's start bleaching cats and just see how that goes. Uh,
Oh, that would be fun.
not for the
Bleaching them?
not for the cats.
Some bleach blonde cats.
I- Look, 4 cats is just too many cats, and like also, this explains a lot of your behavior because it's was it toxo.
Toxoplasmosis.
Yeah, this is dangerous behavior. You've been infected with a
He can't
brain
even
worm.
say the word.
Yeah, I don't fucking know what it is, but
He doesn't know words.
yeah, I mean, I know my own words. Why would I want to know other people's words? I know my own words. I don't know science words, scientism. Those motherfuckers, scientists, they still believe the earth is round, okay? Kiss my ass. Like, they're like, oh, take the COVID shot. Yeah, I'm going to take their pronunciation of it. It's toxo fucking cat disorder. And toxic
Yep.
fucking cat disorder. And that's what you get. And that's not good. 4 cats is too many cats. 2 cats is kind of too many cats, but they do need a buddy. You don't need
They
that.
do kind of need a buddy.
They need a buddy, man. Like,
The problem is when they hate each other.
that is the whole thing. You really, I mean, you got 4 cats. There's no way they're all going to be a team. So there'll be 2 teams. And then you got Cats of New York going on, and they're whipping chains around, fighting over catnip distribution in the fucking apartment. The house isn't even yours anymore.
It's true. But you don't care because you have toxoplasmosis and you just serve the cats.
That's true. You got toxic cat syndrome.
I think that this is all going to solve itself. Once he's infected as well, everything's going to be okay.
No, I think that you should get rid of all of the cats and get a hamster. And then gaslight him into thinking that you've always had a hamster. Just do that. But I'm combining the ideas, okay?
It's a good idea. I think that's the solution.
It's a good idea.
We're going to try to knock through these. So, dear Abby, do all Americans use dryers for clothes? Yes. Unless
That's
the thing specifies hang dry or they dry clean that kind of clothes. Some people dry clean their like business clothes.
All people dry clean their business clothes.
No.
You're not supposed. You can't throw a suit in the fucking tumble
Okay,
dry.
yeah, sorry. I'm thinking more like business casual.
Oh yeah.
Like
then
slacks and button downs.
You have to look at the tag, and it has to say what you're allowed to do with it.
Like my Lululemon pants, technically I could throw them in the dryer, but when I was at the store, the lady said that they would last longer and hold up like the shape better if I always hang dry them. So that's what I do.
Well, there you go.
But also they have a warranty. They literally have a warranty.
fuck
These
kind of clothes have
because
a
they're
warranty?
$120 for a pair of exercise pants. It better have a freaking warranty. That's a lot of money, but they're worth it.
Okay, but now I'm mad about my shirts that cost
Yep.
that or more and don't have a warranty.
Yeah, if they mess
I
up
got
in the time
fucked.
period, you just I think it's just a Lululemon thing because again, these are exercise clothes. You wear them to sweat, and it's $120.
Oh.
So
Yeah, mine say I'm not even allowed to sweat in them.
yeah,
And it says
It's gonna
only
ruin 'em.
it's a store in a cool, dry place.
but yeah, you guys hang up your clothes because you have like a lack of space. I don't know what you're thinking out there in the rest of the world, but there are rainy days. You know, what are you supposed to do on rainy days? You need a dryer.
On a rainy day, I think you're supposed to like smoke cigarettes inside. I think that's what the rest of the world does.
Yeah,
Which is like they've
to
got to
dry their
be.
clothes.
Yeah, I mean, like I just assume that like the rest of the world smells like shit because there's even like states in America that just smell like shit. So, the whole world, like, oh, you're gonna tell me you're gonna go to Taiwan and it's not just gonna stink like shit.
Oh, it stinks there.
Like, I'm not gonna do, like Sweden probably smells fine.
No, maybe not anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything sucks now.
I'm not even trying to make it a race thing. I mean, I'm just saying that some places stink more. Like France has
Dude,
always smelled like
Paris
shit.
is stinky. I went there once for a couple days, and there were just the subways, especially, just full of piss and vomit. It was
Yeah,
disgusting. It smelled horrible.
I don't care for it. I don't care for it. This is
And
why
then
I'll
there's
never
the
leave
French
America.
people.
Yeah. Oh my God. Seriously.
God.
Listen, ladies, armpit hair. Figure it out. Like, although, what if they shaved it? Do you think that that's catching all of their odors in there? Like, deodorant is something the French need to fucking do. And all they do is smoke cigarettes on the fucking toilet.
Yeah, they do that. No, for real. Like, I went to the bathroom and I come out, there's just ladies like hanging out in the bathroom smoking cigarettes in there. And I'm like, but the bathroom is like a couple, I mean, the outside is a couple feet away. Why are we smoking up the bathroom?
I Because they don't care. They love the smell of poop, dude. That's just French people. They just love the smell, or as they call it, a doo doo. That's what they like.
All right. I don't think we can really top that. Um, hey, bitch, is the French dip the best sandwich there is? I call them soggy subs.
There's a genius who came up with the idea of soggy subs.
That sounds like a genius. It is the best sandwich.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I mean, the Reuben is a second, in my opinion. But
I like a good Cuban.
Cuban, yeah. I don't
a
know
good
if
one.
I've ever had a fucking Cuban.
It's
Because
just like a ham and pickles and mustard type situation,
Yeah.
you know?
well, I know what it is. I just don't think I've had one. Because it's like flattened. It's like in the panini press.
It's like a panini, yeah. It's
Yeah.
good.
I want to try one because they're abundant here in Orlando. But like, I don't think I've had one. Because, I mean, like, up until like last year, I didn't eat meat. So I haven't had like a Cuban. I
You
want
got
to give
lots
it a try.
of stuff to explore.
I mean, I wasn't vegetarian my whole life, but
No, I
like
know.
we didn't have Cubano fucking sandwiches. Just wasn't a thing over in West Virginia, you know.
It's a whole new world.
And then out in
I've got
L.A.,
Disney on
like
my mind.
they don't like the Cubans. They're like only
Oh, they
Mexicans,
don't?
only Mexicans out there.
Do they not like them, or they just don't have very many of them?
I mean, there's plenty of them out there. I'm sure you can get a Cuban sandwich out in L.A. just fine. But yeah, no, the places I hung out, it's very. Oh yeah,
Mexican?
Mexican places, yeah, or Koreans.
All right, so let's.
I don't
get
like Korean
into-
food.
You do or don't?
I don't like it. I
Have
don't
you
care
had
for
their
it.
fried chicken?
I thought that they just only American Koreans were doing fried chicken. Honestly, I thought that's like one of the things they
No.
adopted here.
No, so the Korean rom-coms I watch, some of them, they have chicken shops there, and they sit there like, because the way they do advertising there is instead of like commercials, they advertise on the show. So like the characters will go and have lunch at the chicken shop, and it shows the sign. And they
You-
say the name of it, and they say, "Oh, this is so good," and that's what they're advertising.
You
Or,
think
like,
they
they'll
don't do-
use like a makeup product and say, "Oh, what is that you have? Oh, it's this, and it makes my skin look." If it's like in the middle of a scene, right? Anyway,
they
so like
do
they
that.
like have a bunch of chicken shops and stuff.
Bro,
there, is that's how I know that.
they do that here too, right?
What do you mean?
The subtle advertising bullshit. I mean, I can pull up the most
Oh
obvious
yeah.
ones. on YouTube
But what I'm
compilations.
saying is, it's not subtle. Like it's not subtle.
Some of
Like, it's
these
just
aren't.
their advertising.
Some of these aren't subtle. I think the most famous one was from like Law and Order SVU or some shit like that, where they just like went on to a whole thing. And soap operas were really bad about this. I don't know if they are anymore.
Really?
But where they were like, yeah, and you can get this $5 footlong at Subway for like they're just talking about it like in the
I
dialogue.
don't think I've ever heard of this happening in
This
American
is
media. I've never seen it be that blatant in American media.
It's bullshit daytime television.
Huh.
And it couldn't have been SVU. I don't know. It was one of them like that. But then also soap operas used to fucking do that. Like literally just
Yeah.
place the ads in.
I think it's hilarious, but you'll have like just shoehorned in like this character stayed up all night or he's got a hangover and he's like, "Oh, I've tried to do work." And then he's like, "Oh, I know what'll perk me up. Copico, caffeinated chocolate candy. He takes a bite and he says, that really woke me up. And then he starts like furiously typing on his computer doing work.
No.
It's just so cute.
I think the most egregious version of that I've ever heard of in my entire life. It was some. I'd have to find it. It was during an airing on TV of Star Wars, and like the rule was you had to like in the country. It was some fucking shit country, but they would. I mean, they had like Han Solo reaching for something, and it just was a beer, and then it would just go into a beer commercial. It didn't show Harrison
Huh.
Ford, drinking beer or whatever, but it just seamlessly went into it. And in a way, that's beautiful and that's art, but just cut off at the suspenseful music and then go, what are you doing on your couch? Join Phoenix University. Like that, DeVry or whatever the fuck it was. Do
Yeah.
that. Do
You
that.
you don't like the sneaky advertising? I think it's fun. I think if the problem with what you're describing with the American stuff is there's also commercials.
Yeah.
Like they're just doubling up on the advertising. Like I can't tell if there's any commercial breaks in these Korean shows. I mean, I'm watching them on Netflix, so there wouldn't be commercials in it, but there's not like obvious we're cutting for commercial here stops
Okay,
like you
but
see.
the reason that I like the cutting for commercial shit is because if I pay a premium to get rid of commercials, I don't want it to be part of a plot line because I'm real dumb. If I was watching these goddamn, Asian things, I'd be like, I don't know. I didn't know. I thought he was really into that caffeinated chocolate. Why is he drinking coffee now? Like, I'm going to pick up on the wrong things.
I don't know. I think it's good. Like there's this one character, she just had this like balm, is like chapstick for your face or something. It's like a moisturizer thing. She just like dotted it on her cheeks a little bit and walks out and her dad goes, "Are you wearing makeup?" She's like, "No, I'm not wearing makeup, Dad. You're embarrassing me." And it's like it's just so cute. I don't know.
I hate everything, dude. I just fucking, there's going to be no pleasing me no matter what. Like, I just, unless I did it, unless I made it, I don't
Mhm.
like it.
Okay. Oh, okay. So let me do this. We'll do this now, by the way, before we transition into our Reddit advice segment. We need to watch Rocky Horror Picture Show again because we
Oh,
both
yeah.
haven't seen it in a
I
long time, and
forgot.
we reference it and we talk about how much we love it. Usually on bonus episodes, but
Yeah.
and then we can just do a bonus episode talking about Rocky Horror Picture Show.
We're going to be able to fill an hour on, God damn, that shit is pretty gay.
We're gonna get off on tangents, absolutely,
Sure.
but also I'm gonna make my husband watch it with me. He's never seen it. He doesn't like musicals. He
What?
doesn't. He's gonna hate it.
Yeah.
There's no way he's gonna like this movie, but he's never seen it, and I'm gonna make him watch it with me. It's gonna be great,
Oh, that should
and
be
so
good.
that'll we can talk about his reactions. That'll be
He's
fun
not going to make it all the way through, bro.
on
There's just no
Patreon.
way.
No, he's gonna do
It's
it.
kind of
He's
long.
gonna. I
Not
don't
gonna make.
care. He's gonna do what I tell him,
He's gonna
or I
make
won't
it
let him out of the
from
cage.
Frankfurter coming down the goddamn elevator and Jim fucking Curry going like, "I'm a sweet transvestite." He's gonna be like, "I'm done. I'm fine with this."
He's not. He's gonna no. I will tape his eyeballs open like in Clockwork Orange. It's gonna be great.
I mean, yeah, I'll try to find it on the Chinese dark web superbox and do that. I mean, I'll watch it. It's a good one.
Because I think we should start doing stuff like that. We did the Barbie movie review. That was good.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to do the actual show instead of just inside baseball of what
Yes.
we're gonna do with the show? That's great.
We're moving on to the Reddit advice segment, everyone. Do. From r/am I overreacting? My wife announced she is asexual.
Oh, just divorce her. I mean, there's nothing like that's a slight against you, dude. That's that I don't know. Jesus Christ. What do you
Are you
do?
okay?
Well, what do you do? What can I tell this guy? My wife announced that she's asexual. Okay, first of all, that's not real. So
No.
that
She
just
just doesn't like
she just
you.
doesn't like you. So just get a lawyer. Like that's all you can do. It's
I don't even
over.
think he needs a lawyer. I'll read the story. My wife and I were very recently married. So he's 39 and she's 28.
Okay. It's a
So
normal
yeah,
spread, I guess. Yeah.
it's 11 years. But she's 28, so I'm not really. I don't care. Like at some point, it stops mattering. Sorry. We dated for a little over 9 months before I proposed,
That's
and
the
she
problem.
accepted. We never had sex during that 9 months.
Oh, whoa, this is on you.
I asked a few times, but she always said no. I figured she was waiting until marriage, and I was fine
Wait,
with that.
wait, what do you
So
mean I figured?
He figured. He didn't ask.
You
He
should.
didn't even try very hard. He just. Okay, also, I have a problem with him saying, I asked a few times. Is that generally how seduction goes? You walk up to the lady and you say,
Excuse me.
can we have sex? One sex, please?
May I
We've been
hit?
dating for 9 months. Can we please sex? Like, what?
If I was dating a broad, especially at 39, I'm 36 now, 39. If I'm dating a broad and we haven't fucked for 9 whole months ever in our lives, I'm gonna broach the subject a little bit. I'm like,
Yeah, you could ask.
so
You just have to ask, at least. Like, you talk about it.
I mean,
Like, it's fine.
you got
But
yourself into the situation.
now the wedding and ensuing honeymoon come along. I assumed we'd be doing what most newlyweds do on their honeymoons, but again, she said no. This time, however, she explained further and told me she is asexual on the honeymoon.
Okay, well, at least give me some fucking head because this is not gonna work otherwise.
She finds the thought of having sex with me or anyone else absolutely disgusting.
Cool, good you got married, idiot.
I admittedly got a little heated, not just because we weren't going to have sex that night, but because I think this is something she should have told me long before we got married.
You
Yeah.
should have asked in 9 months. You should have been like, look at my hard penis. Do something, bitch.
No, okay, that's not okay. Whatever, that's not the right way to do it.
That's how
That's
you do
pretty
it.
much
After
what.
9 months, what
No,
were they
I
doing?
feel like
What were they doing
maybe
for? No, hold on.
maybe they were going on dates and holding hands.
What? Let me ask you this. What were they doing for the first 3 months?
Dates
That's the
and
good
holding
times.
hands.
That's when you like each other.
I don't know, and also 3 months is a little quick, dude. All right, that's pretty much what I told her, and she said I have no right being upset over her sexual orientation. I've had some time to cool down and think things through. I still absolutely love her. You love this woman who has been deceiving you for 9 months. She knew that this is something she should have talked to you about. Or
Yeah.
else she would like she intentionally did not
Is
bring
this
this
guy
up.
rich? Is this guy rich?
It doesn't say. I still absolutely love her. She is an amazing person, and we've always gotten along like best friends since the day I met her.
So just be your fucking
I
friend.
I don't want a divorce, and I'm certainly not going to start cheating on her. But I do feel she lied to me, and it's not unreasonable for me to be a little angry. I'm not upset over her sexual orientation, as she put it. I'm upset that she kept something so major like that from me until now. Am I overreacting? You're not overreacting, but you're real dumb.
Yeah, no, you're an idiot.
You're real dumb.
This is on you. You don't deserve any help, and no, you wouldn't take any goddamn advice if you heard it. You fucking
No.
moron. Because
He
like,
doesn't want to divorce her. What is the point of this? Like, if you're just going to be friends who like cuddle sometimes, then just be friends who cuddle sometimes.
which
Like, you don't have to be married. You
the-
can have a girlfriend.
all of
Maybe stop the cuddling once you have a girlfriend, but
all of that would be fine, except like, how you gonna go 9 months and think like, well, tomorrow's the day though, definitely.
yeah,
You don't have
without talking
friends?
about it.
You don't have
Dude.
friends that are like, Todd, this is fucking weird. What's happening? You
Well,
can't
they
marry this
probably
girl.
didn't mention it to anyone. So how would the friends know?
This has got to be like, I'm sure she's no looker either. But he's got to be like a sad sap, ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, that's probably what's going on here.
Which
I really
is-
don't know.
That's
But
depressing.
also, like for her though, I mean, there used to be like there. It used to be if you didn't want to do that, you didn't get married. And if you were religious, you could go become a nun. If you weren't religious, most people were religious, so they went and became nuns, or they just lived with their dad forever, or they were like a super good aunt. Like they're ways to participate in society without getting married. Why are you married?
Because he's got.
Unless you both agree to it. Like there is a thing in ancient Christianity where like you can have a Josephite marriage or whatever, both of you agree to it, but usually that would happen later in life where they would both agree to just stop when they got old and they went to like a nunnery and a monastery. Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. That like dorks are so old that they have things called a Josephite marriage. Like that is really funny that
Yeah.
people. Because like, listen, I'm not saying be a horn dog and sex is the only thing that matters or anything. Far be it from me. I'm too self-absorbed to like be a sex obsessed person. I look down on those people. I think that's fucking crazy. When people who are like, I gotta fuck all the time. It's like, start painting. But to not bring up one time
Yeah.
in 9 months,
It's pretty
hey,
crazy.
why have you sucked my dick yet? Is fucking insane. And this guy
You know what's
deserves what happens to him.
Yeah, and I mean, I think he should leave her, and
Yeah.
just be her friend and explain to her if she doesn't want to be your friend because you don't want to be married to her. Like, whatever, fine, it's over then. But like, this is pretty bad.
I think
Like,
he's got.
this is
I think either he's got
yeah,
money or she has absolutely no money. This is the
maybe
only.
so.
This is the only
Yeah,
way in my brain that this makes any type of sense. Because obviously she's more she's like out of his league. She's younger. He's probably not very good looking, uh, and he's lonely, and he just is happy that somebody's talking to him. And then it was like, oh, cool romantic gesture. And then maybe if you get after 9 months broach the subject of, I'm gonna need you to fucking jerk me off, then
yeah.
I
Okay,
that's on
look.
you.
Okay, that's not okay. I would not suggest that is how you broach the subject. I would just ask
After
her, like,
nine
hey, by the
months,
way, you know, you're not super religious, or maybe she is, or whatever. Like, are you waiting for marriage?
how would you not
Because
ask?
that's fine. But
How would you not ask? How would you not ask? It'd be like, hey,
yeah, that's what I'm saying is that that's what should have happened is to just, you can do it in a way that,
yeah, our kid's not
you
closing the
could,
door, and he's taking a
yeah,
guitar downstairs to be a real piece of shit with. So that's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be great.
cool.
Hopefully he makes it down the stairs with that little guitar, but whatever. It's fine. My husband will take care of it. But no, I would suggest, yeah, you should have at some point had the conversation. Like people who do wait till marriage have the conversation about it,
Hmm.
and that's how that the other person knows that they want to wait, and you decide if you want to do that or not. You don't just guess. Like this is insane.
No, that's on him. Like that's just a sad situation. Because the thing is, he's probably just gonna be happy to have somebody around, and you know what she's gonna do? She's gonna cheat on him because asexualism isn't fucking real.
I mean, I could see someone not being interested in it, but again, usually they don't bother getting married,
I could see somebody
and
not
I don't
being.
think it's very common.
I see low libido. I see people not being interested in having sex with this guy in particular. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Low libido is all I mean. I don't mean like as a sexual orientation. I mean like there, yeah, low libido is a thing that can happen based on like hormonal stuff, especially or any medications that she's on.
it's
And
just
it's
not a real thing.
fine.
It's just not a real thing to say, like, oh, yeah, I am asexual. It's like, oh, really? You don't get excited at all by any of these other parts that you're genetically supposed to. Be it, whatever she's into, titties, vagina, penises, balls, butts,
Maybe
whatever.
she's gay.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's why I mentioned the girl parts first, because she probably is more that. I, we just need so much more information. We need so much more information. I just feel bad for this guy. I mean,
Yeah,
are we
and
sure this isn't Boogie 3998? Like,
I really hope it is, honestly, because that poor girl.
yeah, she likes him. He buys
I
them
don't
stuff.
know that she likes him. I don't think that's why she's there.
But he's not raping her.
No, this is the man that scared hookers out of their line of work
The
just by
reason,
existing.
yeah, because he's a gross dude. Okay, it's not like he like did anything bad to him. He's just so goddamn hideous that they
Yes.
stopped being hookers. Yeah, I
And
know.
that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's evil.
No, he's a piece of shit. I mean, he's a real bastard. But I'd love to have him on the show. Boogie, if you ever hear this, please come on the show. I mean, I like him. Well, dude, I liked him in like 2009 or whatever, like the old Boogie when he talked about video games. It was funny.
See, I didn't know any of that. Everything
Boogie
I
was
know
cool.
about Boogie has been
The bad
his
Boogie.
downfall.
Yeah. It's
And like
sad.
people talking about him on LolCal type podcasts, and now he hosts a podcast called the
Oh,
LolCal podcast with
yeah,
Keemstar
and Wings of Redemption,
and
which I
Wings.
never got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good. I really I hope for Boogie's fucking comeback,
Well,
just
the
because
problem is that
he's
never
cool.
mind.
No, he is
Yeah,
cool. He is cool. He just needs to
I was
get
gonna say the problem with
out
that
of his.
show is Keem.
Oh, I see. I never got into Wings of Redemption or Keemstar. Keemstar, I just know the "I'm fast as fuck, bitch. I'm fast as fuck" meme, and the fact that he got on Twitter and just was like drama alert. That's the only thing I know about that shit.
I think he's funny.
I'm
I
sure he
just
is
think
funny.
that if the show's about lolcows, maybe a guy who's not really one should not be the main event. I don't
But it
know.
probably wouldn't exist without his stuff, like his whole thing.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
that's
but at the end
true.
of the day, when I think about that Keemstar fella, isn't that a guy in his 40s just
It's real. He's a little old.
hawking G Fuel and hanging out with Boogie? Like,
He's living the life.
I mean, it is cool. That is the life that I want. Yeah, it's he
He's
did
probably
kind of
like
win.
super rich, right?
Mhm. Oh, I'm sure. He wouldn't have had to choose between the CX-30 and the Miata. He would have gotten both.
Yeah, he would have gotten both. Okay, moving on to our next story. Am I being unreasonable for asking my partner to reduce his days with his kids?
No. Oh, yeah, probably. Hold on. God damn, two right out of the gate of yeah. Yeah, you're probably a piece of shit.
So before judging, please read my whole post. See,
Okay.
you
Well.
couldn't follow that. You just immediately judged.
Well, I don't think it's going to get better
You're
from
very
here.
judgmental.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it's going to at the end of it I'm going to go, "You know what? She's got a great point. Actually, fuck them kids." I
You just for the past 6 years, my partner after work, he gets off at 3 p.m., goes to his ex's house to help with the kids.
Okay.
So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. He works from home. Uh, no, yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So 5 days a week he works from home and also sees customers, but we spend some time together some of the days if it overlaps with my work from home days.
Okay. Well, you
After
still have
work
the
at 3
weekends?
Well, after work at 3 p.m., he goes to his ex's house to see the kids and returns at 9 p.m. I try to sleep at 10 or 11. I have to prepare dinner as there's no time for him to do so. So at 9, she's making dinner and then goes to bed at 10 or 11. He's tired at this time usually and just wants to have sex and watch TV and fall asleep.
Nice.
Saturday, he takes them to tennis lessons in the morning, then around 4 to 5 goes to see them again. Sunday, he goes to see them at 5 p.m. So that's every day of the week. He's over at his ex's house for hours and hours and hours all day. If I want to go eat dinner somewhere, too tired. He drives too much from our place to the kids. Nighttime events? Can't. Already scheduled to see kids. Let's go do some fun things? Too tired. Also, pretty damn sick of preparing dinner when I have my own job, too. I've asked him to reduce his nighttime visits to 4 days a week, 3 days anytime home in the evenings. So that she would get him for 3 days a week in the evenings. He wouldn't be at his ex's house all day.
I get
every
where
day,
I mean I get where she's
3
coming
days.
from, but like all it sounds to me like is this guy is just being a good dad, and it sucks that him and his ex broke up.
He can also still see his kids during the day on the weekends. I've asked him, sorry, I've asked him to reduce it to that. I feel like I have only a shadow of a partner, and I have to pick up around the house so that he can maintain his schedule, which is unfair to me. So they both have jobs, and she's doing all cooking and cleaning because of it.
Well, he's hardly there. How much cleaning does she have to do?
Okay, so what I want to know is, I understand wanting to be around your kids.
Mm.
Why can't the kids come to his house?
Good question. Good question.
And
I'll bet. Here's
why? Yeah, go ahead.
my guess. This woman has made it impossible for those kids to come over there because of the way she treats
See,
the ex.
see, I don't think that she treats the ex badly because the only thing she's irritated about is that he's there literally every single day, spending hours
Mm.
away from her every
Ah,
single
ah,
day.
ah,
So
ah.
that strikes me as someone that's not doing that. You think he's going over there every single day, only coming home to sleep at 9 p.m. at night and not still in a relationship with that woman? Is that what you're telling me?
I think that there, I
He
think
spends more time with his ex.
I think that there is a chance. However, you told me about this even just a few episodes ago. I mean, we always talk about this about
Mm-hmm.
what people leave out of their Reddit posts where they make
Yeah.
them look like the good guy. We don't
Uh-huh.
know what caused this situation of the kids don't go over there. And she's
I
already
would like
saying,
to know.
yeah, she's already saying, she's like, well, he spends too much time with his kids. I would imagine she's younger than the ex and that she's, a little more. This guy probably has some money, and she's a little more, hey, give me all your time, all of that. And she doesn't care for the kids that much. And she wants to have a cool life with a Miata. And and
This
they
is a
don't.
lot of reaching.
I don't think it's a
So
lot of reaching.
you think that a woman should just be okay with never seeing her
No,
boyfriend
that's
who
not what
she
I said.
cooks dinner for?
No, that's not what I said. I'm just saying we don't know what happened pre Reddit post to make it to where he only
We
is
don't.
going over there.
No, I would think that if he is a good enough dad to want to be around his kids this much and for his ex to let him be around his kids this much, then he could absolutely have 50% custody where he gets them half of the week, okay? Because the way it works in family court is generally if a dad asks for joint custody, he gets joint custody.
It's
Like
not
that
true.
is what happens. That is the reality of the situation.
Abby likes
The
to lie about this.
statistics, no, the statistics about the dads not getting joint custody and full custody are based on the fact that most divorces are settled outside a family court. They're agreed upon outside of court by both parties, and the dads don't
And
have
actually,
the time for that.
well,
Like
see
they have
here's the
different
thing.
work schedules and stuff.
Here's the
Like
thing
they
too.
work it out outside of it
Here's the
to
thing too.
what's convenient for
Here's the
them.
thing too. It comes out to the guys are working and now they've got to pay for everything, and
They are kids.
They're often threatened by lawyers with never see your kids again if you don't settle this outside of court. All of these things. And Abby likes to use the quote unquote statistics of this without zero fucking reference to the numerous
Oh, that's
amount
what I
of
do.
great men that I know that have been totally fucked by family court repeatedly.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah, I'm sure their side is the only side. I've got nothing but anecdotes on the female side from people I know too.
yeah, but I mean all the people that you know were like meth addicts. I know
I'll
good
tell you
people.
that the things that I've heard these good, not your friends or whatever, but the things that I have heard these guys who say I'm a good dad, I just want to custody my kids, blah blah blah, say like this woman is an evil bitch, she's crazy, she's done this and that, she's actually not the fit mother, are all the things that like explicitly word for word that get spread around by the ex-husband of my cousin who beat her while she was pregnant.
Yeah. See, so once again, Abby knows one bad man, and all of a sudden she'd rather be
Oh,
in the
okay.
woods
So
with a bear
your
than a
so
man.
your anecdotes trump my anecdotes, is
Yeah,
what
but
you're saying.
I first of all, yes, Trump. The great anecdotes, the best
They're both
anecdotes,
anecdotes.
the
I didn't bring
greatest.
up anecdotes until you
Excuse
did.
me, excuse me, excuse me. They're the greatest anecdotes, the
Yeah,
best anecdotes.
they're real good anecdotes.
People
Because
are
if we're gonna
saying.
fight anecdotes, both sides have nothing but anecdotes and one-sided stories. So that's pointless.
Also, Abby just believes family court statistics, which is just fucking crazy. It's funny. Family court. Go to family court. Just
Okay,
go
so
and
you
go and see it one time.
you're gonna so
You're
instead
gonna be
of
in family court because I'm gonna
yeah.
cause your husband
So
to divorce you.
what we're gonna base this all on is your fee-fees and your anecdotes because you don't trust family court statistics. Is that what we're saying?
No, I don't trust family court statistics because it's a whole bunch of women that run those courts
Mm-hmm.
and lawyers that are total sharks go to family court.
Oh yeah, both sides fighting to the death. Lawyer on both sides,
It's
not just females lawyers.
just a bunch of Italians and Jews in suits threatening clients.
Yeah.
All right. I
They
mean,
are.
yeah. No, it's so hard. It's so hard to be a woman. You should go into the woods with the bears. That's what you should do.
I should go. If it was Winnie the Pooh, I would go.
It's never Winnie the Pooh. It's a fucking bear.
I would like for it to be Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, I was trying to game it in my head. I was like, okay, so we're imagining a like most dangerous game situation, right? Because we have to assume that the bear or the man are both hunting us for this to make any sense, right? So the guy's clearly got a rifle, and I'm like thinking in my head,
Why
like,
does he
okay,
have a
the bear's
rifle?
faster and the bear's stronger because it's the most dangerous game situation. That's the only reason this question makes any sense because the assumption is that they're both dangerous.
No,
and you
no,
have
no,
to
no,
choose
no.
which is the bigger threat.
You don't know.
Right?
No, no,
So
no,
the bear
no.
is faster and it can climb trees good.
The question is, would you rather be in the woods with a bear or a man? Nobody said anything about a rifle. What the question is?
They didn't say there's not one. And
Yep.
why do we have to choose that? There are bears in the woods.
And
There might be men in the woods.
and also,
I don't know.
It's
What are
not.
they doing?
It's not even a who's hunting you question. It's saying
Is the man?
who's more likely to kill you if they find you in the woods, a bear or a man?
Well, it depends on the man. What kind of man are we talking
Sure,
about? A
but
cute little
every
Asian
bear-
guy? Or are we talking about a very fat man?
Every bear will kill you in the woods.
Not necessarily.
Okay. I want all women
they're
to
pretty
report
dangerous.
to the woods. All women must report to the woods right now.
I need you to understand that I would pick the man because it's a better chance of survival, but I am still thinking that they must both be hunting me.
That's why women are neurotic and need to go to jail and should not have custody of their children.
Now the truth comes out.
We can't have that.
You don't. You don't have a problem with family courts for any reason other
Oh,
than
I
they
do.
don't disenfranchise women enough.
That's my problem with all courts, not just family court. What the fuck are you
I
talking
see.
about? That's all of government.
The truth has come out.
People were like, "Oh, our government is hard on women and doesn't give them their rights. We give them too much rights. Sharia, let's bring it in." Oh my God, Islam is right about women.
I looked it up
Let's
because I
fucking
had never
job
heard,
you up.
I had never heard what do women Muslims get in heaven, and I was thinking like surely
have no
like
idea.
the guys get their 72 virgins that become a virgin again.
I think
every
they get to
morning,
be a
right? Like,
virgin.
that's what they get. Yeah, and I looked it up thinking I've never heard what happens to the women. Like clearly these are like created beings that the men are getting. So maybe the women get to like lay around and sip tea in a garden. No, I looked it up, and you are turned into one of these virgins, and every morning you get your virginity back, and you're with your husband, and you serve him, and you share him with the other 72 created angelic virgins, and the good thing about it for you is that you will be free of jealousy.
That's awesome.
So you'll never be jealous about him sleeping
That's the
around. So
best.
your reward for being a good Muslim woman and a sex slave your whole life is to be a sex slave for all eternity and to painfully lose your virginity again every time.
Bro, I am
Like,
Muslim.
Anyway, that's
Hold on,
that's
where's
what
my-
Andrew Tate is advocating for. That's the world that Andrew Tate wants.
Where's
and
my-
that is disgusting.
Where's my
and sick.
rug? Where's my rug? Isn't it about prayer time? Hold on.
Dude.
I go, where's
was
the north or wherever
floored.
Mecca is?
And I tried to find like some pro-Muslim sources, and they were all like, "And you'll be their way of like fluffing it up was so disgusting. It was literally just, "And you'll be free of jealousy and be perfectly happy to share your husband, and you'll have the gift of being recreated every morning and being pure again." It's like,
That
no, that's
rules.
worse. That's worse.
That fucking rules, dude. Golly.
Anyway, that's
If I'm picking an afterlife, it's one where I'm constantly dunking on bitches.
Can you imagine? Like, I understand.
Don't
that
have to. I'm a boy. Bear, bear, bear. What's up?
I
Being a girl sucks. Being a boy rules.
I understand, like, if you're from that culture and you will literally be killed you will be acid attacked or stoned to death or whatever if you
Which is
try to
also
leave
cool.
as a woman. Like, I get why you would be a Muslim in that case because it's that or death. But, like, can you imagine as a woman converting
Yeah,
to that? Like, what would be the point?
yeah, they don't know any better. I mean, what's the
Or,
point of
like,
converting?
marrying a Muslim?
All is fucking every religion is fucking stupid. I mean,
Dude,
except
it's
maybe like
so
Buddhism
bad.
is kind of neat, but I can't get over the mysticism of it. I just like some of the ideas that all religions have. Like,
Buddhism is funny because
yeah, it's pretty
it's
stupid.
just,
It's
it's
pretty
pretty
dumb.
funny to me. Because it's just like, oh my god, it's like a
It makes
parody
sense.
of a religion. It's like a parody of mysticism. It's like a story.
Well, a
And
lot of
then at
people
the end,
believe
it's
in it.
like, and then he thought about it and he was enlightened. Like,
Well,
what?
yeah, you don't know anything. The whole thing is to escape everything that we're doing. That's the whole point of it. Like Buddha's not a god. Buddha's this fucking idea
Yeah.
that you look at and all of that fucking bullshit, right? But like, I mean, I like all the religions. I think they're pretty neat to watch them uh, try to convince me. Because like to me, it's like religions. It's kind of like they're trying to like sell me something, you know. And
Yeah.
like the Christians come by and they give me this good idea, which is just morals of just mercy, which is all Christianity is, just the religion of mercy. I think it's a great religion. I like that. I'll take the morals on that. Islam, they come by and they're like, we're pretty strong. Also, fuck women. And I'm like, all right, give me the fuck women. Give me the misogyny of the Islam. I like that. And then, you know, Buddhism comes by and he goes, everything is bad, bro. And you ought to just chill out. And I'm like, all right, I'll never chill out, but I do like that. And then Hindus come along and they go, think about how many tits this fucking God can have. And I'm like, into
I
it.
think
Okay,
that's
give
what
me
it's
that one.
about. Yeah. They
And
got a
then,
lot of arms.
yeah, I'm into that. Think of how many of that. Like, you know, there's got to be, there's like, they're like, we have 1,000 gods. Well, I bet there's a cool God that's just like, he's nothing but penises. That's hilarious. That's a really,
I
they
would
got
not
really
be
funny gods.
surprised.
They got really funny
Yeah.
gods. And then you get like Chinese folklore and they just have real fun stories about like, and then a fucking tiger started talking to a guy and he turned into a dragon. And you're like, that's good for stories.
Mm-hmm.
So you mix them all together and then
And
what do
then,
you get?
yeah.
Podcast.
Well, then you got like Korea and Japan where it's like a bunch of like weird demon creatures.
Those are cool too.
And that's fun. It makes for great horror stories.
I like that. I mean, Japan, they believe in ghosts. I think they're Buddhist. But
Yeah,
everybody's,
ghosts, and they do a whole like they have priests and stuff, and it's fun.
it's all dumb. I mean, it's all very stupid.
No, it's not dumb. I mean, this is the stuff that gets people through their lives.
Oh, I don't
It's
care if
not
you get,
dumb.
but I don't care if you get through your life. You ought to just be strong enough to get through your fucking life just on your own. It's not that big of a deal. Look, a man lives and he dies. That's the only thing that you need to know. It's sad and it's I'm sorry you're here. And I'm sorry I'm here. Well, let's just be nice to each other. That's the whole thing. And Jesus was kind of like that, except he mucked it up with all this other stuff. Uh,
Oh, with going down to hell and
yeah, that whole thing. You know, it's just like, just be nice to people,
busted
dude.
down the doors and
Yelling at fig trees, screaming. He was
yeah.
like, he was screaming at Jews and all of that shit over
He
at the
did yell at
bank.
the Jews quite a bit.
He didn't, you
It
know.
wasn't the bank. They
Well,
were
they made it
banking
a
in
bank.
the
They
synagogue.
made it a bank. It
Yeah,
was
they
a
weren't
bank.
supposed to do that. They weren't supposed to do that.
Hey, yeah, that's what he told him. He was like, get out of here. He was like the police at the Columbia University. He was like, get out of here. And he started kicking stuff over. It's like,
Yeah.
golly, me, damn you, money changers. Get out of here. He
The
did-
funniest thing about that is I don't know if you've ever actually read through the Gospels
Yeah,
at
a
all.
little bit. But I mean, not like,
But so all of them are like very kind of literal, like, okay, he walked over here, he did this thing, he said this thing, not much like emotionally charged words. And then you read the Gospel of John and he's just like, yeah, and he got pissed and he flipped those tables, and he was gonna whip them with a whip, and he was like, ah, and it's like, and then he's like talking about jokes that he told and stuff. And it's like, okay, so there's one honest guy here. Either that or he's really good at telling stories
I
and
mean,
he's embellishing.
it honestly
Like,
probably was that he was the, because like, you got to think, okay, you got 12 guys, right?
well, I think the others just weren't really trying to convey the emotions that he was like, it was just, that wasn't the point.
Well,
They
that's,
just wanted to get the words down.
well, that's what I
Like,
mean is you got 12
yeah.
guys. So it's like, out of 12 guys, one of them's probably going to be a decent writer, you know?
Yeah.
So he's like, he's really getting in there and telling the story. Yeah, you know, it's a good one for that. That's because John, there you go.
Great
John
story.
3:16. That's the one everybody remembers. Like, that's tattoos, that's on Florida bumper stickers, all that
It's
shit.
everywhere.
You know, like, he was just a good writer. The rest of them, like fucking Matthew, fucking dork, you're bad. Just taking notes, an accountant, like, you stink.
He was just taking notes. That's the thing. I just always thought that I thought that was really funny because I didn't read this stuff until I was an adult. So I'm going through it, and I get to John, and I'm just like, all right, this guy knows what's up. He's giving us the important details. Okay, how did Christ feel? Like,
He's probably the good writer out of the bunch, you know? I mean,
he
we
was.
don't know. Fucking Paul could have been great at juggling rocks. We have no fucking idea. Nobody wrote it down because John
I
was
think
like
that's where this.
watching Jesus.
I think that's where Peter's name came from.
I mean,
He's just juggling rock.
yeah, a bunch of.
Jesus comes up and he's like, upon this juggler, I will build my.
I mean, you know, we don't know. We don't know. Could have been guys. I don't know if Jesus was a guy. I don't know if Diogenes was a guy. I don't know. You know, we've got so much to say that Caesar was a guy, but the fuck do I know? I don't know if he was a guy. Cleopatra, fucking any of those guys. Who knows? I
Well, the problem with this stuff is that if you throw out one historical source and you say like, "Oh, this is probably a lie," you got to throw out everything because they
Yeah,
were all kind of coming from like the same few books.
right.
And so, to deny that Christ was a real man is to deny that Caesar was a real man. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it
Like
could have.
you cannot have one without the other.
Yeah. I mean, like that's what I mean. Like, could have been a guy. Could have not been a guy. Whatever. I mean, like, but like Diogenes is just written about. He's not. Same with Jesus. As far as we know, Jesus didn't write some shit down. He might have. He might. Seriously, Jesus might have been like Drake, famous as fuck, never wrote anything for himself. You know, we don't know. Like,
Yeah.
damn. Okay. Also, by the way, I'm not on Kendrick's side on this, which is weird because because I love Ye so much. I'm not on Ye's side on this one. Drake has beat everybody in this fucking civil war. I don't care. His song is better. I heard the one that came out yesterday. Kendrick's fucking bullshit. It doesn't even sound like a song. But yeah, Jesus could have been like Drake. Everybody wrote shit for him and he was just the king. All right? Could have been that way. I don't know.
And Drake got shot.
Drake, he did get shot. I was going to say what the fuck you talking about. I forgot. In
It's
Degrassi.
the only thing I know him for.
He's made a lot of pretty
funny.
okay music. It's a pop music, dude.
Well, because I like just checked out of all, like, I didn't watch any current TV shows. I didn't listen to the radio for like years, right? I didn't have any friends. And then I hear about Drake and I'm like, wait a second. I know that guy.
Aubrey?
He's like this super duper famous like rapper and
Yeah.
he's like this cool guy. And I'm like, that's that weird, nerdy black crippled kid.
Yep.
And they had an arc in the show where like his girlfriend was gonna be a singer and he like went in to record with her and did a little rap on one of her songs and they were like, okay, screw this bitch, we're going with him. And she was all mad and jealous. She was like, that's my big break.
Oh,
And he's
no.
like, no, I'm gonna be a rapper now. And so I was like really confused when I saw that he was
Oh, no, it worked out. It actually worked out for him. Kendrick is all
his
like,
poor girlfriend.
oh, you're not from the streets. It's like, I don't think Drake, he does kind of, he's like, I'm a gangster. He's not, though.
He's not from the streets. He was a child actor.
Yeah.
He is not from the streets.
He makes some pretty good songs, you know, but they're pop songs. I mean, it is what it is. But like, I don't know, Kanye trying to fucking talk about like he's from the streets is fucking retarded too. It's like, hey, both your parents were like professors, dude. Like,
Yeah.
what are you, like,
It's funny.
you're
Well, they
not
have to do it
hard.
because they're rappers, but like I feel like those days are kind of gone.
Yeah, and they should be because it doesn't matter. You don't have to be hard to make fucking rap music, dude.
No.
Stupid, but I don't know.
right.
Whatever.
We're out of time for today, everyone. We really, really appreciate you, and we especially appreciate our patrons over at patreon.com/here to help podcast. You can go on there to get our bonus episodes released every single Monday. for as little as $1. You can follow me on Twitter at OctoAbby with an I, not a Y, and you can send me Dear Abby and Dear Dr. Proctor submissions there. Bryden, what do you have to plug today?
I ain't got nothing. I'm not doing shit the whole week. I got stuff going on in my whole real life, idiots.
He's a lame loser with nothing going on, and with that, thank you everyone for listening, and have a great
You're
week.
dressed like a fucking
Secure
asparagus. You look
in the
stupid. You look
knowledge
like my grandmother's couch after
that
she
we are
died,
with
which means
you,
it's in a dumpster.
and we are here to help, even though I do look like an asparagus. That's fair.
You've got like the frilly you
Yeah.
know the shit around there. Like what's it containing? Nothing. You've
I
got
know the
frilly
shirt
things
is not-
around the
What
shit.
do you
It's
want me
not
to
containing
do?
anything. I don't know. Take a little more pride in yourself.
Are you recording this still?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm recording.
Oh
It's
no.
fucking president of the itty bitty titty committee. Fuck out of here talking shit on me, motherfucker.
Oh,
I
God.
will come at you like Kendrick and Drake.
He's shaking like a
I
Pomeranian
will
just before their eyes pop out.
I will
That's what he looks like. He's like trembling.
I will
Okay,
get
we're
you.
gonna have to pop those babies back in.
So, yeah, no, there's something nobody's ever said to you. Hey, pop those back in.
Can you close the show?
I do the hey, we're
Okay.
here to help.
I already did.
Oh well, anyway, look, we're here to help.